Soup is going well, and I love doing it. My contract's actually in December, but
you're going to renew?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Your move. No.
But you want to. It's just
I
matter
love
of,
doing it. It's really fun, and all my friends are the writers and the producers. So, the guy that plays Mankini was the best man at my wedding, and we've known each other since 5th grade in Catholic school. So.
Was it intimidating doing Community the first season, considering that Chevy Chase is on it? And a weight of the show rests on you.
Yeah, working with Chevy is like this crazy, like, I cannot believe my life that I'm working with Chevy Chase. And there was such a group effort, it's such an ensemble cast that I didn't feel that way, and I kind of I've never really felt like, okay, don't screw this up. All I can do is focus on the moment that I'm doing that very joke or that very scene.
Yeah.
And so that's all I have control over. So when people talk about, how do you shows go? I was like, I don't know or really care. All I care is about the day that I'm shooting and making sure what I'm doing is not.
And talk about the cinematic style of the show. It's very cinematic.
That was the Russo brothers who did Arrested Development, and they've done a bunch of movies, and they actually have 2 other shows coming up. But they wanted to make it look like a movie because so many comedies now are being shot documentary style, which is totally great. But they just wanted it to look different from other shows.
Yeah.
So that's why we have 75 to 80-hour weeks.
Wow.
They're very long.
For a half-hour sitcom.
Our paintball war, Modern Warfare, took 8 entire shooting days.
My favorite episode.
For 23 minutes of footage.
Was it yours?
My favorite one?
Yeah.
That was the most fun I've ever had shooting anything. I mean, it was like a boyhood dream come true. It was like you get to pretend to be a rock. I mean, like an action star for a week, and it was so much fun. And so I never felt like, the weight of this show is on my shoulders. I just kind of felt like I need to be good in every scene that I'm doing.
And you made headlines announcing the Emmys because you made a couple of jokes about why you weren't nominated. Did you know that you made headlines?
I didn't realize that.
Associated Press led with your comment.
What was my comment?
Something about
phoning it in.
Yeah,
it was like, I phoned it in this year. Next year I'll think about it. Trying.
Because nobody does that. If any other actor in that position would say, "Oh, it doesn't matter," you actually said, "I phoned it in."
That's right. Totally just whatever. But it was one of those things where you get to be up there with Sophia, and she was really fun, and
you two had a good chemistry together.
Well, it's not hard to have chemistry with someone that gorgeous, and she was totally cool. We were trying to get. I had a hard time with the name Mariska Hargitay, so I had to say it like 14 times to myself, and she's from Colombia, so it's not her first language, and how hard. It's like it's not fair to give someone that name.
And talk a little about Betty White. How
I haven't met her yet, but I cannot wait. It's like it was like working with Chevy in the same. It has that same sort of feeling like I get to mark in my career this moment, like where I worked with Betty White, and so now like working with Chevy in this. I worked in a movie with Steve Martin this summer, and so it's like I can mark these off. Like I was just like I can look back and go, no matter what happened, I did that.
But it's hard work that got you here, not just a fortunate accident.
Yes, thank you. I agree. Yeah, you got to work your ass off. But it's like once those, if your career is peaks and valleys, and in the valleys you're really working your ass off, those little peaks, like getting to work with your heroes, those are like those moments you're like, I can enjoy the view for a moment.
So what's next?
My goal next is to make Community the greatest show on television.
Oh, you're close.
My goal really is for Community to be. I mean, it's not hard for it to be quality when you got a head writer like Dan Harmon, who is a genius.
And what's going to be in the second season? Do you already know some of the stories?
I know the first 3 stories, and what I can tell you about the first show, Betty White is in it, and then the all the questions that were left hanging in the season finale with like Jeff making out with what's her name, Annie. That all those get confronted head on, and all the stuff about like Britta saying she loves me and all that. All those things are met head on. It's not like Gilligan's Island where they were like,
Jeff
they're
and
just
Shirley
back on.
should get together.
Yeah, hey, why not? Let's do it.
You two have great chemistry together too.
She's so great.
Yeah.
There's just such. I mean, the cast is so good, and everyone is so cool. I mean, Donald Glover is going to be the next Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Just. I mean,
he's awesome when he told you or showed you the crazy eye.
Yeah.
The fight. That was awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
They're amazing. So I think everyone in our cast. I mean, it's just awesome. So
Emmy has to be next.
What?
The Emmys have to be next.
To
in your goals.
Sure. Yes, I would like some.